Shalom, shalom, and welcome to Secrets Revealed, the Holy Bible. This is an addendum to my last video, Numbers chapter 29. This is the first time I'm doing one of these, but I feel it's important because when you actually do your research into what is a lamb of a year old versus a lamb of the first year, what is the difference? A lot of us, and me and myself included, when I think of a lamb of the first year, I think of this. I think of that. I think a little defenseless little creature, you know, harmless too. But if you look at the maturation rate of sheep, of lamb, of rams, you'll notice that it doesn't take them long to grow up. Um, it says that a female lamb, becomes a sheep at 12 months of age. They're fully mature, able to reproduce. Much faster than a lot of other animals, or maybe similar to other animals, I should say. If we look at the male, which is called a ram, that can mature even quicker. Between 5 to 7 months, it would have reached puberty. It can then start to mate. Uh, but I mean, the Bible, Numbers chapter 29 in particular, is saying a lamb, or says lambs of a year old. So it doesn't say what gender, whether it is a female or a ram, a male. But in either case, whether it's a female or a male, this creature will have reached full maturation by that point. It will be ready to reproduce. I believe there's a parallel here with Yeshua, who reached his full maturity as a man when he was 30 years old and he began his ministry, and his life was cut short at around 33 years old. I believe there's a strong parallel between this this age of a lamb needing to be at least a year old uh, in order to be sacrificed. It's not within the first year, like you're sacrificing one of these. No, it's not a newborn lamb. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense. It would mean that Yeshua would die. It would be executed before his time. He said, "My time has not come." He said that many times. He would have been killed uh, maybe as a teenager or as a young child if that was the case. But we know that's not what happened in reality. I'll show you a picture now of a 1 year old sheep or lamb, what that looks like. Are you ready? That's what it looks like. A 1 year old lamb or ram, in this case, I believe this is a lamb, female, looks like this. It looks like a full grown sheep, completely different than this. So I don't believe that's what they were doing in the scriptures, sacrificing little newborn sheep. They were sacrificing a lamb of 1 year old, which at that point had reached full maturity, is able to reproduce, and has lived out, well, a big part of its life, able to grow up from a newborn to an adult, essentially, in that first 12 months of life. So I can see even more now just how wise Yah is, how merciful he is, how he really cares for his creation. He's not saying cut it down short, cut this life short of this newborn lamb. He's saying give it time, 12 years, or 12 years, 12 months, I should say, a year old, without blemish. That's the sacrifice he has commanded to be given in this chapter of Numbers 29. So with that, I thank you again for your time. I hope this has been helpful to you. It's been helpful to me. I just was wondering what that looks like, a lamb of a year old, because again, my mind assumed, because I'm not a shepherd, I don't raise sheep, that this is what it looked like as a newborn of a year old. But no, the truth is that's what it looks like. So thank you very much for your time. Actually, you know what? I'm going to look up. Let's look up a ram. Uh, a ram of a year old, 1 year old. Let's look that up. See what we get. because I think that is a female. I want to see what the male looks like after a year old. Yeah, all these pictures seem to show you these are fully grown, fully matured. This is a 7th month old ram. Wow, that's already huge. So this isn't even a year old, but let's just show you. Okay, I don't want to look at that video. I definitely don't want to see that. But let's open these two images here. These are 3 pictures of rams. Oh, another one. They're all 1 year old. Interesting. How to age bighorn sheep. Okay, I'm going to click that as well. So we got a lot of links to look at. A lot of research being done just for this little verse, but it's quite significant because we have to prove the Bible is true. Here we go. That's 7 months old. Large animal at that point. That's 1 year old. So these are big animals after 12 months. Another 1 year old ram. Once it loads, there you go. As you can see, it's not a tiny defenseless baby. By that point in time, it has its horns. That's a 1 year old as well. Okay, last one. It says here, bighorn sheep aging. I'm not sure if they have a picture. Oh, here it is. Photo taken. This ram is 1 year old. That's 2 years old. So you can see the difference. That's 2.5. That's 4. That's 6 months. So you can see the difference. Clear distinction there. And this 2.5-year-old ram, or I should say almost 2 years old. So this would technically be a year old because it's between 1 to 2. It has been allowed to live for at least a year and hasn't reached the 2nd year. So this looks like an adult practically. And this is a full-grown adult. And they're able to age the animal just by looking at the horns. So this would also be acceptable as a sacrifice because it has reached a point of at least a year old, not quite 2 years yet. So I hope this has been helpful to you. Again, it's been helpful to me to understand the mind of Yah a little bit better and to see that he's quite merciful, actually not quite, very merciful and very wise. I just assumed they were little babies, but no, it's not the case at all. They're not that. They're more like these two. Anyway, maybe I'll open them just to open up another tab. Maybe there's a better image, high resolution possibly. Just want to get a better look. Yeah. So that's 1 year old. That would be acceptable in terms of age. Not sure about the breed, but anyhow, that's less than 2 years old, but at least it's between 1 year to 2 years old, this ram. So that's all I have for you today for this addendum. Please comment and like if you found this helpful to you. Personally, I really found this helpful just for me and my personal spiritual learning and scriptural understanding. Thank you very much again. And until next time, this is Secrets Revealed, the Holy Bible. Shalom and peace be unto you.